What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cat and Beats, and welcome to the first episode of another series where we're going to be mixing and mastering in the box. This time, we're only going to be using Fabfilter plugins. And to mix with, we have a song from Jono, and it's a pretty cool song. Now, if you want to also join during the mix and follow along, you are going to be able to download this project file if you are a Patreon. So patrons get to download this file and then work their magic with it too to get some mixing experience. And yeah, you can compare and contrast at the end as well, which is a lot of fun. Plus, you support this tiny little channel if you head over to Patreon. So that would help me out a lot, and then I can buy some more groceries. Anyway, the song sounds like this. So let's have a little listen to it and kind of have a feel for the track. And then we can also decide how we're going to be mixing it, what general direction we need to go. Okay, let's have a listen. So it sounds really, really cool. I'm just going to find a part where a lot of things play back, and I think that's over here. And I just noticed that there's a couple of harmonics that I'm missing as well from plugins that I don't own, so later on I will be freezing those. But let's first start this whole thing out with just the drums for a second. And let's start mixing these so they sound less Christmas bell and more organic. So I feel that this track should be mixed with a more organic type of vibe. The feeling that I have listening to this is it could be on the radio with Giles Peterson, Worldwide FM, and then in the Grand Theft Auto game. You know, it's like that type of feel. So we need that organic type of sound to come through some more. So for that, let's just first start off with listening to drums. And I don't know if you notice as well, but the kick drum has no weight to it. So let's start with that. See what it is that we have here. Yeah, so in isolation, that thing really shows no low end. Okay, so we have a kick drum that's peaking at about 77 to 80 hertz. Normally, I like my kick drums to have a little bit of low energy as well, 40 or 50, but I find this a bit over the top. So it's one of those very tuned kick drums. Here's another kick drum. Yeah, no, I'm just going to fix that. Let's add in another MIDI track and replace the kick drum. So first and foremost, we're replacing the kick drum. All right, so that's pretty fun to start with, right? Like, we might use this later on, that progressive longer kick thing, but this short thing, it just doesn't sound right. So let's make a little MIDI clip here. Let's choose a kick drum with plenty of low end. Kick. There you go. And I don't really care if the kick drum isn't tuned specifically to a bass or whatever root of the track. I'm not one of those people right now. I just want to have a dusty kick with plenty of low. And I think that's gonna sound pretty good. We'll see. Eventually, we can always replace it again and just do something else. Anyway, 4 to the floor. Let's just check the level. Hey, turn that off. Okay, so we're a 6-ish, so that's good. I'm gonna work with that. I'm just gonna make this red really fast to make sure that I keep that white, but this is gonna go red, and make sure that we know that we have replaced this. Okay. Oh wait. Boop. There we go. Okay, so we have this kick drum here. I think overall that kick drum sounds good already, but I kind of want it a little bit dusty. I'm just gonna drop a vocoder on it. Fabfilter doesn't have a vocoder, so we're using this really fast. Wow, like literally the first track in, and I'm already breaking the rules. A little bit of top. There we go. There we go. A little bit of dust on top there. Okay, that's nice. Let's just already EQ that too. I feel that we have a little bit too much low. And let's just add some top sizzle to it, and cut some stuff out as well. So let's first cut. And then let's boost. Very nice. And let's saturate a little bit as well to get it a little bit more love to it. Basically, warm tape is good. Perfect. Okay, let's just quickly check the difference. Command K. That is that, and then I want to solo that in comparison with this as well. So we came from, we went to, from. Okay, nice. Just always double checking everything so that I know that everything sounds good. And I love that in Ableton. You just Command K and then you just make buttons really fast. You can then just quickly check, do we like the difference? Is it just different? And go from there. Okay. Now we have claps, but we also have CHH, OAH, and DK clap 909. So first thing that we got to do is make sure that this clap is kind of leveled and it makes sense with everything that's going on. Because right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different claps. Is that necessary? So Foley clap and this is the main clap, and then this one's on top of that. Let's just have a listen to what this sounds like for a second. My right eardrum really likes it. My left eardrum is not convinced. So this is going to be the side claps. Turn that off for a second. Okay, so this is all mono. Let's just have a little more volume. Let's just check each individual one. Okay. I'm gonna see this as one clap, because it doesn't really sound good to me. So this is gonna be my top end of the clap. Let me just check something here. So we have this and that. I'm just already looking here. So this and that comes in, and that's by itself as well. Okay, this is gonna have to become one clap, because it's just a layered clap. And this other clap is going to have to be also able to stand by itself. And right now, it feels too top-end heavy and too quiet and not really there. Okay, cool. Let's just drop in a little bit of cutting. And I kind of want to have some type of reverb. So let's already put in a reverb on a send so that I can give it a little bit more space and love. We can also put the reverb directly onto that clap, but right now I think this is going to probably be a little bit better. Let's just send into that full wet for a second. Okay, this is the first time I'm using this thing, so let me have a little look around. We have a pre-decay rate EQ. Oh, that's interesting. And then we have a post EQ, probably, right? Okay, and pre. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Let's just set the volume. Cool, and let's do the character. I like a little bit of a digitally weird one there. And the brightness. What kind of track is it? Remember, we're trying to go dark analog, so we don't need a super bright sound. Cool. Stereo width, let's go wide. Let's chorus. Okay, so that's going to be nice for me. I like the clap, the reverb time is a little bit longer. And let's put in a little bit. And I think I'm going to do a double reverb and pop a reverb on this clap. Wait, should I do that already? No, let's move on to the other claps as well, because I kind of want to have that analog-y thing, so let's keep going. Let's see what this Foley snap, this layered clap is. So this is more like a real clap, so that sounds nice. Again, just EQ it. And I think overall, all the claps, I'm going to eventually saturate that. Okay, it looks like it's already been EQ'd. Do we need any top end, low end, etc.? Let's put a little bit of reverb directly onto that one so that we can move it back a little bit and put the mix down, and this is up and a little bit brighter. Yeah, let's do that. Good. Okay, I like that. A little bit less. Cool. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's move on. Let's check out these sides as well. But yeah, right ear is definitely getting a little bit too much love. Okay, let's just pop this in. And I'm going to take that same little reverb and pop that onto this side as well. Just to push it back a bit. Cool. All right, so now that we have that, that's a lot of claps, by the way. Now that we have that, let's Yeah, I was thinking like, kind of doing sense with this Volcano 2 thing already, but let's just move on for now. Okay, so we have a clap, no drums, blah 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 stuff with a limiter and Jono's sidechain. We don't need that right now. Let's have a look at what all this stuff is for a second. We have shaker, tambourine, triplets, shuffle, snare drums, rides, and then we have this as well: open hi-hat, closed hi-hat, open hi. So we have an absolute ton of stuff happening on that upbeat. So let's just make sure that all this, or he calls it offbeat, all this stuff is selected, and we can just, oh wow, we can't select that. All the stuff is now in the same group, so we're just going to move that up to be in this group and just put everything together and see what is here. So open hi-hat, shaker, tambourine, right offbeat. So all these tracks are all playing at the same time on the same note. That's a lot of stuff. So yeah, we have to like layer this correct. So this is just upbeat. It's a crazy amount of stuff, man. Look at this. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different layers for a hi-hat. Imagine having 6 different hands just playing. That's just nuts. So which is fine, but it's just a bit nuts. Let's just check this. Let's delete everything. Okay, and this. To be honest, I think we don't need to have the upbeats here, so I'm just gonna take them out and keep the there we go. That's probably gonna help us out a lot already with, getting rid of a few layers. Yeah, there's no need to have that other one there as well. Okay, good. Then we have a shaker on top of that. Oh my good God. Okay, so this open high is not there anymore. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I think I'm going to leave it here because this is going to get way too confusing of what has priority. Yeah, and everything's written wrong as well. I'm going to leave this file here. Next up, we're going to pick this up. We're going to continue with all the hats and put in the percussion as well and more sends, and probably also will go into the compression with Pro C2 and more Saturn and Timeless and Volcano and all this kind of weird shit that we're still going to get into. Anyway, I'll leave this here because it's a bit too much of one simple thing. And I will see you guys again next week, Thursday, where we will continue. And again, remember, become a patron, download file, have a good time, and work your way through it with me as of over the next coming month or so. Cheers, guys.